So hi YouTube, today is the commandment number 7 if I'm correct, and it goes like this: you shall not commit adultery. Now we all know what it means in the Old Testament way. If you're married or even if you're not married, you should not have sexual relations with anyone who's not your spouse. Quite simple rule to live by, I think. Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount says that whoever has watched a woman with lust has committed an adultery. So basically he once again told us that we cannot fulfill this commandment on its own. We cannot fulfill it in the deepest sense of the commandment. We can do this external thing. We can fulfill the commandment as in we do not have sexual relations outside of marriage or outside of whatever. But in its sense, we've all broken that. I mean, personally, I've broken it way too many times to count. I love women. I adore women. Doesn't mean that I lust after every woman. It means that I appreciate them. And as a single guy, I seriously would like to have a spouse to love and cherish. And actually, it's funny. Without going into any details or anything like that, I think I'm finally ready to have a serious commitment and EA marriage. And I found someone I enjoy talking to. She challenges me a lot, but she's sweet. She's, sarcastic, way that I love. It's not love. I'm intrigued by her, but I'm not committing myself to actually doing anything about it. And maybe I should, but that's going outside today's video. It's about adultery. So let's put it this way: you may not have a sexual relations outside your marriage. Kudos to you. That's the least you can do. But if in your mind someone else takes the space of your spouse, that is adultery. That is already breaking that law. And it's not something that we are easily, not doing. It's something that we need to work. We need to have our mindset that, okay, this is my spouse, I don't like them. Every day I seriously have my doubts sometimes, but I made a commitment. And that commitment was to love them in sickness and in health. So that's what we need to do if we are married. If you're not married, you need to wait until you are married. And it's hard. It's seriously hard, especially in a culture that glorifies sex outside of marriage so much. You're not a man unless you've had X number of women. You're not a woman unless you've had X number of men. But if you've had one over, you're a whore. But that's the double standard that we have sometimes. But the commandment is, do not commit adultery. And in its simplest form, we all can do that. But in what it was supposed to mean, even to Israelites at that time, and especially for us in Christianity, that we do not hold someone on the higher ground than our spouse. Of course, God is there, Christ is there, the Holy Spirit is there, but when we're speaking about men in general, we are speaking about other human beings. None of them should be above your spouse. Your spouse is the most important person in your life. Even more important than your kids. Yes, I said it. But yeah, that's the way it goes. But anyways, sometimes short is sweet, and as a short guy, I like to think that. So that's my video about this, and have a nice day.